Go ahead, Mayor.
Thank you very much. I would like to call to order the public hearing and regular monthly meeting for the Haymarket Town Council for the evening of Monday, October 6th, 2025. Roll call, please.
Pasanello.
Present.
Larson.
Here.
Gallagher.
Here.
Hager.
Yes.
Ramirez.
Here.
Baker.
Here.
DNA.
Here.
If you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. I'd like to invite Pastor Don Meeks from Greenwich Presbyterian Church to the podium for this night's innovation. Thank you.
Thank you for the honor of being with you all. Let us pray. Blessed are you, O Lord our God, King of the universe, who in your kindness has given us to live in this great and free nation and in this community, Haymarket, that we call home. Your word beckons us to seek the peace of the city in which we live. Thank you for these servants who have answered that call, and they give themselves to service and stewardship. Grant them gracious spirits and bridled tongues in times of disagreement. Grant them wisdom and humility to anticipate the impact of their decisions. Grant them protection from discouragement, fatigue, cynicism, anger, and protection from all things harmful in this world. And bless their families who make a quiet sacrifice that few of us notice. Be with those in our community who serve as first responders in law enforcement or in the armed forces. Grant favor upon all who call Haymarket their home, that working together, your will may be done on this portion of the earth as it is in heaven. We ask this in the hope and strength of your great name. Amen.
Thank you. All right, so since we are about 1 month away from Election Day, we have invited the candidates that are running in our district to our meeting. The candidate, I don't have my reading glasses. I apologize. I'm like doing all this. Thank you. I'm dying over here. Thank you. The candidates are here to introduce themselves and share with us why they are running for their prospective seats. We will start with Prince William Board of Supervisor candidates. So Patrick Carters? Yes, thank you.
Well, thank you so much for having me out this evening. Haymarket's such a beautiful town, and I've always loved Haymarket. I've lived in the Gainesville district for 24 years. I first moved here, I graduated college with a finance degree, but really wanted to start my own business. So I started a landscape lighting design business, moved to Coverstone Drive in Manassas, lived there for 3 years. First 3 years, I said, the traffic's too bad, too much congestion, and I'm going to move out. And then I met my wife, and she's from Fairfax, and one thing happened after the next. We bought our first home in the Sudley corridor right by George Mullen Elementary School, a small starter home. We stayed there for 10 years, and it was a great community. And then in 2016, my wife and I purchased an old farmhouse. If you're familiar with Sudley Springs, it was the big town before Manassas was anything, and they had the hotel right on our property. We bought the Miller House of Sudley Springs, originally built in 1760. As soon as we got it, my friend came by, who was a builder, and said, I hope you're tearing this down. And I said, no, we're going to restore it. And he's like, you're going to spend more restoring it than tearing it down. But I love the historical factors we have in this area, the beauty we have. And so just restoring that history and that community meant a lot. Personally, I'm a landscape lighting designer. I'm the only certified LC designer, which is the highest designation in lighting that specializes in outdoor lighting. I got frustrated with products being made, so I decided to make my own product line, started a manufacturing company in 2011. And within the next month, we should have the not only American-made, fully integrated landscape lighting fixture, but it'll be a Virginia-made landscape lighting fixture. So we're very proud of that. It's taken us a lot of money and a lot of time, And it's very difficult to bring that to fruition. I got into politics and got into this first, just start with local issues locally by my house. And I saw issues with dumping happening and illegal things, and trying, getting the county involved, meeting with staff and everything else. And we did that for about 2 years. We battled the neighbor doing not correct things and not getting really response from the county that we should have. And so then all of a sudden the data centers came on. And so we became very involved. In fact, Elena Schlossberg just was sending videos of us all sleeping at the county supervisor meetings and doing the 24-hour meetings. And there was a number of them, and just very passionate about it. It's something that I think will destroy our community. And so what we saw what happened in 2019 was inappropriate to be building industrial sites next to homes. We see them near Haymarket. We see them all over the place. They're turning on, they're too loud. And, I've been working with the noise ordinance and everything else to look at ways we could curtail the damage done and to stop that. The vision I saw in politics was not something that was on my radar. It was only after the passing of Bob Weir, who was a great leader and someone that I could just trust into doing things and really serving and representing us correctly, that I stepped forward. And the vision we have is to continue not only to fight off the data centers, but to come up with a better plan. For so long, we've just allowed sprawl to happen. Sprawl is bad development. We don't get great communities. We don't get great development. We get second-tier development. You just see strip malls and houses, and then industrial use. So I have outlaid a plan. I've met with developers. I drew a circle around our rural crescent. Our rural crescent is still worth protecting. I don't care if our board has said that it doesn't exist. It's our watershed. We have the most endangered watershed in America. We're the most populated watershed in America. Loudoun County just did a study that came out about the groundwater. We're not doing those studies on groundwater. And there's nothing you can do if we don't replace the groundwater. If it's not replenishing itself, we can't build on top of our watershed and just expect good things to happen. So by having proper planning, we push development back into redevelopment. And we've seen it happen in other counties. Loudoun County's done a better job than us. Montgomery County has done a great job of setting aside 70,000 acres for agritourism and for keeping forests and fields open. And then that pushed development into Silver Spring, into other cities. And we could build that same coalition. We need to tackle affordable housing. We need to tackle the housing development, but we need to do it in a appropriate manner. And we need to have somebody that's looking out for the citizens and not looking out for developers. So I haven't taken any money, not only from data center developers, but from any of the developers. It's really been a grassroots effort, and it's really representing the people. It's the same thing that Bob did as well. And it's a focus on what's going to be best for the community. My plan is not to serve as a long-term politician. It's a duty that, as you know, you serve. You don't do it for the recognition. You do it to serve the community and to make the area a better place and to make our county a better place. So I'm passionate about this. I believe that we are at a turning point, a critical point for our county. Similar to 1990s when they set the rural crescent in place, we need to protect the area. We need to avoid sprawl. We need to avoid residential sprawl. We need to put the proper parameters in, and we need to redevelop the communities and reinvest in our communities that desperately need it. Education is very important. We need to make sure education is funded. I loved talk to Deshandra just the other day, and she said, I believe in education and the police force. And I said, yeah, I'm right there with you. And so getting that coalition of supervisors, which has been missing for so long from our county, where they haven't been working together, and working together with people for the best of the county is where we need to go, because we're serving our community. That's why we saw a bipartisan effort in Bob's election and my election, because we have a vision to make this area a better area, to set the guidelines and set the vision we have. And after that, we look at crime, we look at panhandling. There's a lot of other things. Working with the police force, giving them proper tools, making sure that they have the ability to enforce the laws, and they're backed up by a Commonwealth attorney. Those are all things that we will look at. But I want to go in and I want to serve and I want to make a difference. And I really want to have a great impact over the next 2 years or 6 years to make my mark, to help our community out, and then to go back into running my businesses and enjoying the lighting world that I love. So I appreciate you for having me out. I appreciate your service that you do here. I know it's a thankless job, and I know how much work and effort goes into managing this community. And I love this. Haymarket's great, and I can't wait for Haymarket Day. But thank you so much for having me out today.
Absolutely. Thank you. Okay. All right. Thank you. So next, I will invite George Stewart up to the podium.
Good evening, everybody. George Stewart, Haymarket. So, yes, I am also running for the Board of County Supervisors on the Democratic ticket. Very similar to my opponent, extremely opposed to data centers. And they don't belong here. They don't belong where people sleep. They don't belong where people go to school. Right, or where people live, plain and simple. The other part about it is the data centers that already exist here are absolutely horrific neighbors. We're paying their energy bills, and we're getting hit with the environmental impact of them just being here. Meanwhile, I don't see them doing anything really positive for our community. I don't even see them sponsoring like a Little League team or anything of that nature, right? I don't understand why we have some of the most high-tech development here in the country here, but our children are still having to go outside into trailers for overflow for classrooms. I am the only person who is running who wants to keep the schools fully funded. I 100% back the revenue sharing agreement that we have with the school board, between the Board of County Supervisors and the school board. I think that needs to stay in place. That needs to stay in place. You know, I'm a financial professional. I've been on Wall Street for about 30 years. Right now, I'm a derivatives trader. That's what I do professionally. And I will say this, the greatest investment that you can make in any community is the stock symbol KIDS, kids. It's the greatest long-term investment. And how that pays off for a community in the long run, businesses look for a well-educated group of citizens that are just coming out of high school, coming out of college, and we have to do things to attract the kids or young adults that are graduating to stay here in this community. Housing prices are extremely high. And, you know, I have a 4-year-old daughter. Statistically, my daughter will not be able to afford to live here no matter what level of education she completes. Even if she comes out of school with a PhD, she won't be able to afford to live here. Now, of course, I'm going to help her out, but if she was doing this on her own, it just really wouldn't be possible, right? So we have to have attainable housing. I also think it's a sacrilege that a police officer earning $80,000 a year can't afford to live here, can't afford to live in the very community that he or she is patrolling. When I grew up, the policeman that was on the beat in my neighborhood lived in my neighborhood. He knew my family, he knew all the kids on the block, he taught us how to play stickball, right? That sort of thing. I've just kind of dated myself by even saying stickball. But you know, there is a thing about community and community building, and data centers can't be the cornerstone of that. Old-fashioned community building includes mom and pop stores. It includes people where you walk in, they know you, you know them, right? And so we do have to look at, like, when it comes to development, we do have to look at mixed use spaces, but we have to be smart about it. We have to do things that fit the character and the scope of where we live. You know, I moved from a very large urban area, New York City, to here. And my wife and I, we love this area and we moved here for a reason. We don't want to see sprawl. We don't want to see We don't want to see this place turn into like, I don't know, like maybe Arlington. We don't want to see that, right? Another part-time hometown for me was Shirlington, the Shirlington area of Virginia. My godfather, who I'm named after, George, that's where I used to go visit. Shirlington has changed, but it's become very densely populated, and we can't have that here. So we have to look at logical ways to bring in mixed use type of development. I think the area around the Manassas Mall is ripe for it. We can have our own mini sort of Reston Town Center here in this end of the county, where we don't have to drive 40 minutes to go to the Apple store. All right, we can have something like that here. We just have to do it wisely. We have to fit the scope, the tenor, the nature of the neighborhood. And the reason why I'm running is because I've always been civically involved. I grew up in a civically involved household. And, to be honest, I was really upset with the results of the last presidential election. And I was on a veterans roundtable with Senator Kane, and he gave me this challenge coin. And he said, number one, keep this with you. And he has checked with me when he sees me, like, hey, do you have it? I'm like, yep, got it right here. Right. And he goes, go run for something. The great thing about living in Virginia is we have elections every year. Go run for something, right? Put your name on a ballot. And that's why I'm here. I want to be a great neighbor. I've always been a great neighbor, like wherever I go. And I want to continue being a great neighbor. I have a lot to offer, and I want to work with the community to be the person that represents them at the county level. There are going to be some tough days that come ahead for whoever wins this election. The data center complex is going to fight like hell, but I have combat experience. And as long as I'm not seeing tracer rounds, there's nothing they can do to stop me. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. All right. So we are going to move on to the 21st District House of Delegates. I'd like to introduce Josh Thomas.
Good evening. It's been 2 years since I stood here last time and tried to tell you a little bit about who I am. Josh Thomas. I currently represent the entire town of Haymarket in the Virginia House of Delegates, and now running for re-election. And I say re-election because, unlike last time, now you have a record from which to judge me, not just some Marine who's not great at math who stood up and said, trust me, it'll all work out. But now you can look at a record and see whether or not I have served the county and the town that we love and that you all spend so much time to make better. So I will put everything into kind of three big buckets of what I set out to do these last 2 years. And that was to create and support a family-first economy here in Haymarket, to make sure that our public school system remains world-class, and then finally to make sure that we are protecting our communities. So when we talk about a family-first economy, I would actually love to come up here and tell you the things we did that were innovative about small businesses, to let people take their contractor exams in different languages so that entrepreneurs, some of the best of us, can go ahead and start new businesses, to the least of us who might be falling on economic hard times and might need help with things like childcare or rent. But I think what's on the top of many people's minds, particularly in the town, is what's going on with federal workers. And so when I say a family-first economy, I say the Speaker of the House of Virginia entrusted me to be one of the few members from Northern Virginia to sit on our emergency committee that looked at the impacts of the federal firings and the federal funding reductions. And from that, we were able to work together in a bipartisan manner, exactly what you want to see from government, Democrats and Republicans at the state level coming together to come up with a set of recommendations. And I encourage folks here and those listening to check that report out, because it's a bit of a precursor to see what the Commonwealth can do to support our working families that are either affected by the federal government or work directly or recently worked directly for the federal government. Things like improving our unemployment insurance here in Virginia. It is not up to speed with the cost of living in Northern Virginia. That is certainly something we made a recommendation to look at. Something else to have a family-first economy is the health insurance premiums that are about to skyrocket. There is an opportunity for the Commonwealth to make a budget allocation of $250 million to try and stabilize some of those rising premiums. So even before the federal situation, we had already advanced and moved the ball to make sure that we were having a family first economy here in Virginia. But I want you to know that my record going forward, if you send me back, is one where I hope that we can build to try and help and protect as many federal families as possible that are being affected by the decisions 33 miles away in Washington. When I say a world-class public education, I think we all know the secret social contract in Northern Virginia is that families brave the high cost of living for two things: good jobs, which is the thing I just mentioned, and a world-class public education. So we brought over $10 million of the state budget here to Prince William County for our public schools, and some really innovative funding options. One is English language learners. We brought $14 million in the budget for English language learners, Commonwealth-wide, the lion's share of that going to Northern Virginia. We were able to do another thing, which is my personal budget amendment that we were able to get in the budget this year, which is $300,000 to school systems for telehealth in our schools. Currently, the law here in Virginia, or there a fully funded program here in Virginia, that Prince William County Schools has the opportunity now to apply for a $300,000 grant to get telehealth into the schools, so that if you, well, they currently have the contracts, is what helps supplement it. So currently, if your child is having a mental health episode in one of our public schools, they go to the school nurse and get immediately piped in via a Zoom-like meeting with a mental health specialist. There's no delay, there's no timing to go to someone else, no one to call. They're having that interaction immediately. And we've had over 100 positive interactions here in Prince William County Schools. Final thing I've been working on the last couple of years, and I think we would agree that the ball has moved quite far, and that is protecting our communities, particularly with data centers. So I think it's no secret that myself and our wonderful senator submit the most amount of data center reform legislation in both chambers down in Richmond. I'm currently the only legislator to get a data center reform bill through the entire General Assembly. Now, the governor vetoed it, but I feel quite confident that the next governor, whoever she is, I'm just kidding. There's only one governor that's going to sign that and protect our community from data centers. I will let you on a little secret. Richmond's pretty adamant about not taking the power of local government, which you might feel particularly important about, taking the yes or no decision about data centers away from local government. We respect that. But what we're trying to do is layer on best practices to give local government the most information, and importantly, the citizens that hold them accountable, the best information when it comes to the siting of data centers. Now, the power issue will get very prescriptive, but when it comes to local government, that's what we're looking at when we talk about protecting our communities, is empowering people and local governments to have all the information they need so that data centers are sited properly, not near homes and schools. Last thing I say when I say protecting our communities, I do mean actually physical security as well. So in the last 2 years, I was able to pass a bill, and the governor signed it this year, that if you're a fentanyl dealer and you knowingly sell fentanyl to another, and that person passes away from your fentanyl, you are now charged with manslaughter here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. That law went into effect in July. And this is also one of the first years that we've seen fentanyl overdose deaths decrease here in the Commonwealth of Virginia, showing that we can be creative, because at the same time, the bill does not have the mistakes repeated from the 1990s, which created mass incarceration, showing that we can be creative, put guardrails on legislation, and at the same time, make meaningful change in the lives of Virginians, protecting them from horrible drugs like fentanyl. So that's the resume built up over the last 2 years. I've got a lot of fight left in me, and I would appreciate if you would send me back to Richmond, where we can continue to advance a family-first economy, make our schools truly world-class, and protect our community. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, so at this time, we have Delegate Thomas and Senator Rome with a presentation.
Good evening, Haymarket. It's been days since I've seen you last. How you doing? So happy to join you here for today. We actually have a very nice thing that we actually got done. I believe it was actually you're the one who put it in, and I think I co-patroned it, if that's right.
That's right, but
Yeah.
You take lead, Senator.
Neat. This one already talked. So in recognition of the fact that our fine council member here, Ken Larson.
For the people at home, Senator.
Yes, right. For the people at home. So what happened here is our council member here, Ken Larson, who's still on the board here today, he served 2 terms as mayor of Haymarket. And when he served 2 terms as mayor of Haymarket, You have to remember, I sat in these chairs covering town council meetings for 9 years. I saw Haymarket actually do some really smart, good things over that time. Streetscape is one of them. And I saw utter dysfunction in this town on multiple occasions, of which we do not need to pick at old scabs. And one thing that Councilmember Larson, as Mayor Larson, did is I think he did a really phenomenally good job of making sure that people not only felt welcome in Haymarket, but that there was not going to be the sort of division that we had on the council previous. I think he steered the ship in a way of let's get back to normal, focusing on day-to-day good governance. And he set a really good example, which is why he was rewarded with a re-election in the first place. And which is why even when he said, like, okay, 4 years as mayor is enough, even then the people still returned to council, whether he wanted to be here or not. He actually had enough support in the community to send him back here. And for that, we are very grateful for your service. And because of that, we have this resolution that I'd like to read to you on behalf of Delegate Thomas, myself, and both chambers of the Virginia General Assembly. It says, whereas Ken Larson, an esteemed public servant, retired from his position as mayor of the town of Haymarket in 2024, and whereas as a resident of Haymarket since 2001, Ken Larson served on the town of Haymarket's Architectural Review Board for more than 10 years, including as chair, where he helped ensure the preservation of the town's historic buildings and places. And whereas Ken Larson was elected mayor of the town of Haymarket in November 2020 and served the locality as its chief elected official until November 2024. And whereas in his capacity as mayor, Ken Larson worked tirelessly to promote the success and prosperity of Haymarket, enhancing the quality of life of the town's residents and visitors. And whereas Ken Larson holds a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and master's degree in information technology from Virginia Tech, and has more than 35 years of experience as a contractor in the IT industry. And whereas for the past 2 decades, Ken Larson has worked as a project manager for AT&T Government Solutions, leading IT development and support teams on a number of contracts with the federal government. And whereas in his retirement from his position as mayor, Ken Larson looks forward to more quality time with his wife of 25 years, Susie, and their sons, Donovan and Brandon. And whereas through his steadfast dedication and commitment to the well-being of Haymarket and its residents, Ken Larson has exemplified the ideals of public service and is deserving of the praise and admiration of all Virginians. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Delegates, the Senate concurring, see, it was your bill, that the General Assembly hereby commend Ken Larson on the occasion of his retirement as mayor of the town of Haymarket, and be it resolved further that the clerk of the House of Delegates prepare a copy of this resolution for presentation to Ken Larson as an expression of the General Assembly's high regard for his legacy of service and best wishes for his future endeavors. House Patron Thomas, Senate Patron Rome, signed G. Paul Nardo, Clerk of the Virginia House of Delegates, House Joint Resolution 753, commending Ken Larson. Congratulations.
I am honored. Thank you.
So you have to stand over
I was
here
just
now.
saying photo op.
Picture
photo
time,
op.
right? Susie and
Brandon.
wonderful.
Front and center council, you guys get ready to jump in the
Yep.
back.
Yep. That was very nice. Did you move that one?
You're gonna set this
Yeah.
I agree.
All right, so we're gonna look there first, there second, there third.
Awesome. Ready? Perfect. Okay. Okay, council, will you guys come in behind and let's take another group photo, please? Oh, I'm going and you were there. You're part of the journey too. Yeah. Perfect.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council.
And I'm gonna, what is it, commandeer your reading glasses? Until I have a chance to dig
That's
through
right,
mine.
because I could just do this.
I'm just saying, oh my God, where are mine? They're in my purse. I know they are.
I'm sorry. I thought they were going to do a presentation.
Oh, yeah, no. Surprise.
Surprise. Excellent.
All right, so thank you. We will now hear from Sarah Tyndall from Boxes of Basics for a community outreach spotlight for tonight's meeting.
Good evening.
Hi.
I didn't know I was going to have to follow all of these professional speakers, so bear with me. I've met many of you. This is probably my third time speaking to the Haymarket Town Council, and I'm so happy to be back. My name is Sarah Tyndall. I'm the founder and executive director of Boxes of Basics. We are a local nonprofit that was started in my basement 7 years ago here in Haymarket, and we provide seasonal wardrobes to local children in need all over Prince William County, Manassas Park. We are expanding to Fauquier County, Front Royal, and a little bit of Fairfax. So it has grown immensely. We put everything a child needs into a box. We put school outfits, play clothes, pajamas, new shoes, socks, underwear, winter coat, everything a kid needs. So I'm here tonight for a couple reasons. First of all, I want to specifically thank the town of Haymarket, and more importantly, the police department, Al. The way that we collect clothing is we work with a lot of different local businesses and organizations who act as donation drop-off locations. And the Haymarket Police Station was our very first drop-off location, and it is our busiest drop-off location to date. We now have over almost 30 drop-off locations, but the Haymarket Police Station remains kind of the core of how we collect all of our children's clothing. So I wanted to say a specific thank you to Chief Al for always supporting me, even when I call with crazy ideas or there's a pack and play in their lobby and he'll text me, Sarah, come get this. You've always supported the kids of this community and you've always supported us, so thank you. And before I have a special certificate for you, but I also want to let you know that we work with so many businesses in this town who have supported us over the years. Haymarket Jazzercise, I think Officer Jake, I don't know if he left, he's done a few self-defense classes for us over there. Who else? Tranquility Day Spa, Haymarket Baptist Church. I mean, this town has really rallied around helping children in need. And I always like to give an example of a child we've helped. We get these requests. They're all referred to us through school social workers, guidance counselors, other nonprofits. And one specific little boy in Haymarket, this story stuck with me, but I got a note from a social worker that says, this boy is running around. He has blisters all over his feet. His shoes are too small and he is on baby socks and he is 8 years old. There's just no reason for it, right? There's no reason. We've talked about so many bigger issues and larger world problems. This is so simple, and we have a solution. We have a beautiful solution. We have 1,400 volunteers, many of whom are from Haymarket. We have 30 drop-off locations, and we have helped almost 8,000 kids since we started. So thank you. Yeah, it's really, really exciting. I always love coming back to tell you guys about the progress we've made, just to say specifically thank you. And I don't want to take too much time tonight, but I really, truly do appreciate all the support this town has given Boxes of Basics, and I'm excited to see where we go from here. So, Chief Al, can I call you up to the stage?
Ooh.
I just want to present this certificate. I don't have a whole resolution, but it's a certificate of appreciation to the Haymarket Police Department for all the support and for helping thousands of local children in need. So. We're huggers. There you go. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can I just ask?
And any questions? I'm happy to answer
Point of picture,
questions.
I do have one question.
Sure.
Or like little plugs. So Boxes of Basics is amazing.
Thank you.
You partner with a lot of businesses throughout Prince William and Fauquier. So there are businesses that you can venture and part of your tab would go to Boxes of Basics.
Oh.
Do you have a couple that you can share with us?
Oh my goodness, I don't even know.
Oh,
So,
I know Denim and Pearls and
oh yes, Denim and
Fauquier.
Pearls they've done a lot of, there'll be Boxes of Basics nights, and a portion of the bill will go back to Boxes of Basics. There are so many, we have so many businesses that have rallied around us. Chestnut Forks in Fauquier County, they just joined on. Aroma Winery. I mean, it's countless.
Good.
So I really, truly appreciate all the support we've gotten from the business community specifically.
Awesome.
Yep. Any other questions?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, we're going down again.
It's a good thing.
Well, because otherwise I'm on the top step, I tower over everybody.
Except when I wear my
I
heels,
purposely
and then
try to do that so I'm not towering.
I'm like, oh. All right. I will look in my bag for my glasses in a minute, I promise.
You're fine.
It's like, all right.
I can zoom, like I said.
All right, so we will now move on to the public hearing. Kim, will you read the public hearing, please?
Notice is hereby given that the Town of Haymarket Town Council will hold a public hearing on Monday, October 6, 2025 at 7 p.m. or as soon thereafter as may be heard at the Haymarket Town Hall located at 15000 Washington Street, Suite 100, Haymarket, Virginia, to receive public comment on proposed ordinance 2025-001, an ordinance amending Chapter 15, outdoor events of the Haymarket Town Code. A full copy of the proposed ordinance is available upon request for review at the office of the Town of Clerk at 15000 Washington Street, Suite 100, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. The public hearing will be held at a public facility accessible to the people with disabilities. Any persons with questions on the accessibility of the facility or requesting special accommodations for the disability may contact the town clerk.
Perfect, thank you. So at this time, I'm going to open the floor to public comment. Anyone would like to come to the podium? Do we have any emails? All right. So I will now close the public hearing and move on to the regular meeting. This brings us to citizens' time. Is there anyone wishing to address the council? If so, please come to the podium, state your name and address, please.
Good evening. I'll be the first one up tonight. Thank you so much. My name is Sarah Ford, the Executive Director for Willing Warriors. Thank you for a few minutes of your time tonight. As I said, I'm the Director of Willing Warriors. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary this year, 10 years of hosting warrior families at the Warrior Retreat. It has been a journey. We started out with visits to Walter Reed, visits to Fort Belvoir, bringing warrior families to Haymarket, to the Warrior Retreat. These were warriors suffering from severe combat injuries, amputations, severe traumatic brain injury. And we get asked the question a lot, we're not in active conflict right now. Is there still a need for a warrior retreat? Yes, there is. We still have special forces supporting our security and doing missions across the globe 24/7. So we do have warriors still in warrior units, but we're also seeing a significant increase and rise in our warriors, our active duty and veteran service members dealing with PTS and other mental health challenges. And so many of our visits, especially in the past year, have been related to PTS, moral injury, and other mental health challenges. In the past 10 years, we have served over 3,000 warriors and their families with respite stays at the Warrior Retreat. With the addition of our Grand Lodge, we are impacting over 1,000 more lives annually. So we're proud to do that. We're proud to do that with your support, with the entire support of this community. And it's so great to come into this meeting. I noticed when I walked in, I see my friend Sarah Tyndall there, and she's speaking tonight. So I'm like so excited and pumped. We cheer each other on in this community. And that's what I love about Haymarket. That's what I love about this pocket that we live in. We truly celebrate each other. We support one another. Even our candidates, George and Patrick, they're shaking hands back there. I mean, where do you go where you have political candidates running against one another that genuinely, hey, glad to see you tonight. So thank you. Thank you for that atmosphere. Thank you for creating this community that just comes together. And I want you all to know, we want you to come together to celebrate our Warrior Retreat and the warriors that we serve at our annual gala. It's our 10th anniversary gala. It's November 1st at Lansdowne Resort. Mayor and Vice Mayor, thank you for coming. I know that you're both going to be there. It's going to be a wonderful evening. We have PenFed CEO James Skank. He's going to be one of our speakers. We have Rear Admiral Mike Studman. He's going to be special guest of honor. We have warrior speakers that will be there. NBC4 weatherman Chuck Bell. Who doesn't love Chuck Bell? He's going to be there as our MC. So it's just going to be a fun night, but a true celebration of our warriors and a celebration of a community that comes together to serve the warriors and their entire family. So I look forward to seeing you there and to seeing everyone there November 1st at Lansdowne Resort. You can register by going to willingwarriors.org. Contact me, Sarah Ford. Would love to hear from you and tell you more about it. But thank you all again for your support, not only for the retreat, but for this community. So thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I am looking forward to it. Not gonna lie. Took my dress to the dry cleaner, so it's there. All right, so this brings us to citizens' time. Is there anyone wishing to address the council? If so, please come to the podium. Any emails? No? All right, thank you. All right, so we will now consider the consent agenda. We're starting on packet page 4 through 50. Would anyone like to pull anything off of that agenda? No? No? Oh, wow, okay.
Work sessions are good.
All right, so may I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
Madam Mayor, I move that the Haymarket Town Council approve and adopt the consent agenda, item 9, items A 1 through 3, B 1 through 5, and C 1 through 5.
All right, I have a motion. Can I get a second, please?
Second.
And also get a vote, please. All in favor?
Aye.
Perfect. So we will move on to the agenda items. We will start with Haymarket updates from Event Coordinator Julia, please.
All right. Oh, thank you.
All right, I'm super excited.
It's going to be fun. All right, good evening, everyone. As we all know, Haymarket Day is less than 2 weeks away. So it'll be here before we know it. So I just want to give you a few updates, logistics, all that good stuff. Emily's passing around our Haymarket Day brochure. So this year we're working with the Prince William County Print Shop, and they are printing off these brochures for us to pass out to people as they come to Haymarket Day. We're really trying to do the old school, like vintage vibes. So that's why it looks like a little newspaper. But let's see. So just some logistics to go over. The road closures will begin at 7 a.m. and be in effect until 6 p.m. Vendor setup will start at 7:30 a.m. and go all vendor vehicles must be off the street by 9 a.m. Vendor breakdown will then begin at 4 o'clock. Once we get all those vendors out of the street and it's safe, the officers will reopen it. So it might be a little bit before 6 p.m., but we can keep it until 6. Parking this year, we have added a few additional parking lots at Haymarket Elementary School. So we will have shuttle buses running from Haymarket Elementary, Tyler Elementary, and then the VDOT commuter lot. So we've added a few buses this year, including a handicap bus. So Heritage Village is being a sponsor, and they're going to have a handicap bus bringing people to the event as well. And that handicap parking we also will have behind Ash Salon this year. All of this is in that little brochure as well. So, and then the shuttle buses will run from 8:30 until 6 p.m. On the next page, you will see the map of the event. There's a few changes this year. The beer garden, which is usually located at the town park, has moved down the street to the QBE lot. With this change, we've been able to add a few additional vendor spots. And then our beer garden down here at Town Hall is now a food court / beer garden. So we also were able to add a few more additional spaces that way in the Town Hall parking lot. Let's see if I'm missing anything. Okay. And on this map, you can see where all the shuttle bus drop-off points are. The first aid will be at the police department tent, which is on Jefferson Street and Washington Street at the intersection. They'll have a tent out there. And then where all the restrooms are located as well. So like I said, we were able to add a few additional spaces this year. So we have a total of 321 vendors, which is so great and fun.
Awesome.
And then on here, you'll see at our beer gardens, we have Truvi at the QBE lot, Great Maine at the Town Hall lot. So we have both of our breweries participating, and then we'll have wineries and a distillery at them as well. And you can see the breakdown of all the different types of vendors on there as well. So we will have live music at the Town Hall and QBE lot. Here's just a little schedule for you guys in case you want to plan out your day, which stage you want to go to. And then for the parade, it's very similar to last year. They will be setting up in the QBE lot again. We have 36 participants or organizations, different entries. So they'll set up at 8 a.m. and no vehicles are allowed after 8:45. The parade starts at 10 a.m. and it will be ending a block earlier this year at Jefferson Street. So please let everybody know that it will be ending a block early. So if they plan to stand down here, maybe move them up a little bit. And this year we also have added parade viewing areas in front of Haymarket Baptist Church, and then in front of the park, we will have it roped off for people to come and watch the parade. And the parade judges will also be down at the park. We have a stage for them and some really fun superlatives for the best floats. You can find that in the brochure as well.
Love that word.
So yeah, let's see next. And I just wanted to add this in there. This event wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. We've raised $28,000 this year in sponsorships, and I'm still waiting on one more to come in. So it's really great. Our sponsors are amazing. Can't say enough good stuff about them. And then last but not least, I'm looking for volunteers. I've reached out to all of you this morning. I also sent an email to all of the HOAs asking for people to volunteer. So let your neighbors know they can reach out to me. And we'd love to have the community out here volunteering for that event. Yes.
Thank you so much. Might I have you highlight some of our additional signage that we're going to be doing for Haymarket Day?
Yes, so we will have signage. I've been working with Chip to talk about the signage for, oh, you're talking about the painted signage.
I'm talking about your signage.
I was like,
yourself credit here, miss.
yes, so we will have a lot of additional signage that I'm painting tomorrow. The whole day is just painting. So that'll add a little bit a fun element to it, along with our pumpkin wall outside.
Yes.
Everybody, I hope you take your picture out there, tag Town Hall, we'll repost. And then we'll have another photo op at the park forgot to mention that. The park is the kid zone this year. So we will have Park Valley doing their moon bounces, the fire department doing an obstacle course, a petting zoo. So a lot of fun stuff for the kids to do down there at the park. But yes, we'll have large painted pumpkins,
So the
directional signs.
The signage is going to show your entry point,
Yep.
your bus stops, and where to go for.
Yes, so I'll have bus stop, like retro bus stop signs at all of the shuttle bus drop-offs, along with a newspaper stand where they can pick up their newspapers. We have pom-poms.
Joe, that's all you.
Yes, Joe loves the pom-poms. We
When
will be
Roberto
taking a
does it, I'll
video.
do it.
Yeah, Roberto, not a big fan. I will be asking each one of you to be in my video of you shaking your pom-pom. But yeah, we have a lot of fun stuff this year. Enamel pins. We're really going old school, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm excited. If you are participating in the parade, your jackets did come in, and they're great. So you can find me, pick those up before you leave tonight. Yeah. Any questions?
Anybody have questions for Julia?
I'll just say she's done an outstanding job. She's not giving herself enough credit. I cannot wait to see these painted signs and everything else she's putting into it because it has been a real labor of love. So we're very lucky and it's going to be an amazing event.
And thank you for all of the sponsorship sponsors that you have been able to get. That's amazing.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And
It's
I
been
think
great.
just the last thing I would say on that note with the sponsorships is I want our community to keep in mind that Haymarket Day helps us fund all of our events. And so it really is our big driver. All of our events are paid for by the monies that we get in for Haymarket Day and the sponsorship. So this really sets us up right here in the beginning of our fiscal year for a very successful year of events. So thank you for all your hard work, Julia.
Of course. All right. Any questions?
No, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Julia. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I mean, I'm volunteering. Like I'm there. I'm at 6:30. Okay. All right. So our next item on the agenda is ordinance number 2025-001, our outdoor event ordinance. We're on packet page 51. Is there any discussion on this item?
Just as a quick follow-up from a staff point of view, following our discussion last week at our work session. So I spoke a little bit further with Olan regarding our need for another style of ordinance or policy. And what we've decided is we're going to put together a town property use policy that should cover the issues that we thought might arise with those quick requests for events. Typically, about 95% of those quick requests come in on town-owned property. So we're hopeful we can draft up a policy there that will incorporate all of those requests, allow us to manage them appropriately, and then I can work with chiefs specifically on how security and safety play into that policy as well. So that policy would cover the town park property, the town hall property to include the front green space, and the town museum property. And then we will look into further if we need to separate out building use requests, such as our HOAs requesting to use this space in here, if they need to be standalone. So I will come back with more updates at our work session on
So
that.
we're going to combine the outdoor event ordinance. No.
No, outdoor event ordinance is going to
Okay.
stand alone. It's
Okay.
going to stay separate. It's for those other commercial properties. Those quick requests we were getting were for community events that were more gatherings, not usually a commercial-based event. So it was more of a public gathering. That'll be handled through the town property use policy.
So that is to
That makes
come.
sense.
Correct. And then I would state, since we've put this out and we've discussed it, I have not received any feedback from anybody in the community. I don't know if any council has received any feedback, if anybody's approached them or our business liaison.
Table.
No.
Roundtable. Well, we haven't had a roundtable.
Nobody
set.
has expressed any concerns or comments on it.
Okay. So I just wanted to share that with council.
Right. Does anybody have anything additional to what we spoke about at the work session on the outdoor event?
I had questions about the enforcement, but there was a nice block in there that did make it a class 2 misdemeanor. I'm assuming that we will have some type of escalation process that you typically use, like disbandment, but that's all subject to the situation, right?
Exactly, correct. You're 100% correct.
Okay.
All right.
Mayor, I did provide a resolution and a draft motion for if you're ready for a vote.
So if we are all in alignment, is anyone willing to make a motion?
Do we have to read the?
Do we, yeah, do we want
Read
to
the
read the
resolution and then
resolution?
make the motion?
Yes.
I can read it.
Yay.
Let's see if I can do it without my glasses.
I will share. I will share.
Oh.
I'm going blind, but it's okay.
Town of Haymarket Resolution number 2025-010, resolution to adopt ordinance number 2025-001. Whereas the Town of Haymarket staff have been updating their policies, and whereas the Town of Haymarket felt that the outdoor event ordinance was outdated and an updated policy needed to be in place, and whereas the Town of Haymarket Town Council held several meetings drafting the outdoor event ordinance for the Town of Haymarket, and whereas the Haymarket Town Council held a public hearing on October 6, 2025 for citizen comment on ordinance number 2025-001, amending Chapter 15 of Haymarket Town Code. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Council of the Town of Haymarket, meeting in regular session the 6th day of October 2025, adopt ordinance number 2025-001 to amend the Town of Haymarket Town Code, Chapter 15, Outdoor Event Ordinance.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second, or
Make a motion. Yeah, we gotta make a motion.
Somebody has to make a motion now to
Okay,
adopt it.
make a motion
So-
to-
I move that the Town of Haymarket Council adopt resolution 2025-010, a resolution to adopt ordinance 2025-001, an ordinance to amend Chapter 15 of the Haymarket Town Code, outdoor event ordinance.
Now, do I have a second?
Second.
All right. And if we can open the voting, please.
Casanova,
Aye.
Larson.
Where's my button on
I was just gonna say, I thought we were opening it.
Gallagher,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Yes.
Baker,
Aye.
DNA.
Aye.
All right. So I would say read the votes into record, but I feel like we already did. All right. So here we go. So our next item is ordinance number 2025-02, the meals tax-free weekend, and we are on packet number 57.
Good evening, council.
There it is.
Yeah.
Let's get started.
So, I think we discussed this at the work session last week. Sorry for my voice, kind of lost it. So I don't know if there's any further discussions you guys want to have, but this is just a traditional thing the town does for the Haymarket Day event, which is we do a free meals tax weekend for all the businesses in the town jurisdiction. So this would be valid for the 18th and the 19th of October. We do plan, talking to the TMs from last week, we do plan with Julia. I did talk to her as well about sending out a mass email updates on our apps to let business owners know that this, this is happening so they can adjust to it since it'll be 2 weeks out. So we do plan on doing that as well.
So we'll put it on our social media, on our app,
Mhm.
on websites.
Well-
And we'll also be emailing the restaurant meals tax paying businesses directly as well.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Ken, did that address your issues from last week?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect.
And then maybe next year, doesn't hurt to include it in the brochure, maybe next year.
And we can also, with the advertisements, we can do the extra push to create an advertisement stating that it's a meals tax free weekend, and we can hand those out, but also send it electronically for the businesses to share as well. So I'll work with Julia to get that created so we can share it out on our social media accounts, but it's also an easy thing that the business owners could reshare and post.
Perfect.
Mhm.
All right. Are there any further questions, concerns? No? All right, so do I have a motion?
Anybody want to make a motion? No? All right, I'll make a motion. Mayor, I move that the Town of Haymarket Town Council adopt an ordinance number 2025-002, which is an ordinance to waive meals tax on October 18th through October 19th, 2025, set by section 42-186 of the Code of Ordinances, Town of Haymarket, Virginia, 2014, as amended, relating to food and beverages.
Second.
Thank you. So I have a motion and a second. Roll call vote, please.
Costello.
Aye.
Larson.
Aye.
Gallagher.
Aye.
Ramirez.
Yes.
Baker.
Aye.
Vianney.
Aye.
Thank you very much. All right, and I need the glasses for just
There you
a
go.
minute. Thank you. All right. So our last item is developing a transportation improvement subcommittee. Councilmember Passanello,
Yeah.
would you please lead us in this
Yeah.
conversation?
Emily?
Didn't see that coming,
Wait a
Mr.
minute.
Passanello.
Emily?
No. So for all of council's discussion, in our finance liaison meeting last week, we started talking about some of our priorities out of the strategic plan, as well as some of the projects that we've really wanted to work on and fund for this town. And a majority of them are centered around transportation. We have a portion of our town hall site work that would put in a transportation improvement here on Jefferson Street, Old Carolina, at the intersection of Jefferson and Washington. It not only puts in a turn lane and finishes up our sidewalk, but it starts to help alleviate and mitigate some of the traffic issues we're having. Further down the line, we're working with Prince William County on Jefferson Street / Old Carolina sidewalk extension. So this is a sidewalk that they're helping to apply and get grant funding for so that we can have connection with the county sidewalk network, shared use path network. We're doing that on either end of Old Carolina. There's other issues that we've risen with the chief more recently. Just last week in our work session, we started talking about our 25-mile-per-hour speed limit and are people obeying this? What can we change? What can we make better? And how do we go about doing this? So these topics keep coming up time and time again. And so I tossed out the idea that maybe it's time we have a transportation subcommittee off of council. So we've thought of 3 individuals who we would like to, ask and put it out there. But what we're looking for is council to create this subcommittee to help staff champion some of these causes. We need to talk as a council, but we also need to talk as a subcommittee and have these discussions, come with strong points, reach out to the county, set these meetings with the county transportation department, set these meetings with our future Gainesville supervisor, and really ask for help and support, because people don't stop at our town boundaries and turn around and go elsewhere. We are a through point. And so they will drive through our town. That's really good for our businesses because people will drive through, they'll make stops. We don't want to discourage that. We want to be successful for our business community, but we also want to protect our residents and the people that live here and are out walking and need a safe environment to enjoy and live the best life they can here in the town. So with that, we would really like to form this transportation improvement subcommittee. I have asked if Mr. Passanello would help lead that committee. I have also asked if Mr. Larson and Mr. Bayene would be interested in joining it. I would like to hear from others I asked if Mr. Lorson would be interested because in years past, he took a lot of his time and he pulled together a big transportation document. And that included a little bit of everything from pedestrian improvements right down to road improvements along Washington Street that he thought could be great ideas. So I would really like to get that insight and what he felt was appropriate and important. And I know that Mr. Vianney has a lot of interest in what's currently going on along Washington Street. So happy to hear from Vice Mayor, Mr. Baker, everyone. You know, it can be as large as we would like it. It can be as small as we would like it. But I want everybody's input in this. So if there's any questions, anybody else who would like to join this subcommittee?
I was gonna say, the whole point is to be a committee that supports the walkability of our town. So, there you go.
That plus rationalizing the traffic through town, which is somewhat problematic. One thing that we didn't mention was it's not just the county level, it's the state level. And so we're gonna need everybody's involvement and participation, especially talking to constituents in town, the neighborhoods and what have you, and get some feedback from them. We have some data that the chief has been able to provide for us. That'll be helpful. You know, we'll have to see where this goes, but we may need some consulting help. I don't know, but you know, we'll have that discussion and we'll figure that out. Ken did a really great job about 4 years ago in putting together a pretty comprehensive effort on things that he thought were very important, and that could be a jump off point, perhaps. You know, I'm sure there are other things that we're going to want to consider. I mean, financing is going to be a big deal. Figuring out ways to help fund some of the things that we might want to do, that we think makes sense and that we can back with data, so we can get grants and other funding from the state as well as the county's involvement. So I think that's really important. I'd be very happy to be involved, and I think everybody should be involved in it. Everybody on the council, and that doesn't mean the staff is walking away either.
And once we kind of said committee, have these discussions of how we would like for it to run, we can also start working that into under the liaison reporting section. We can have monthly reports on this. It can be a standing item on our work session agenda as we work through that process.
Are we looking at a specific time commitment?
We have not set any specifics. This was really kind of the launch. If all of council is interested in this, if all of you think that this is something important, a good endeavor for us to work on, we do want to hear from the rest of council. Again, this was just a discussion this past week in the finance committee meeting. So we are looking for input and thought tonight from everybody.
So from those that were nominated, any feedback?
Well, they were actually voluntold.
Yeah.
Voluntold. I mean, like,
No, just kidding.
Yeah, well, I mean, we got to generate ideas, so we need to have some type of kickoff meeting to really go into it. But like Joe was saying, this can escalate up to Virginia support. We also have organizations like Northern Virginia Transportation Committee and other things that we might be able to leverage off of. But we need to toss the ideas around first.
So you're going to do it?
I was just gonna say,
Huh?
so
What?
does that mean that you're willing to be on it?
I thought I was voluntold.
Yeah.
I'm wi-
Alexander?
Yes, I'm willing to be on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Justin?
I think it's a great idea to get your guys' minds together, especially you three, and just kind of conquer and figure out what needs to be done, you know, in the town and through the county. And, you know, I know you put a presentation together 4 years ago and you have a lot of questions. So I think it's the perfect three to,
Yep.
to
The difficulty though is, it does become a quorum. And I don't know how that fits into it, so we may need to rely on.
We already discussed that, and I have requested our clerk be at our meetings to take all the minutes. And I think also that helps all of us collectively when it comes to reporting it back to the council level. We will have minutes for everyone to review and an agenda.
And transparency within our community.
Absolutely. I think especially, you know, with transportation, we get a lot of citizen input and a lot of citizen requests. And so it's an easy way to start really tracking it down putting it in writing when we get those phone calls on an agenda and
That's
get it
easily
out
the
there.
number one conversation point at the farmer's market.
Absolutely.
Is it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Mary, did you have anything?
No, I was gonna mention what Ken mentioned with the quorum. And then do you envision the minutes also including like a predetermined time, like a standing
Agenda.
time, an agenda, any guest speakers that may be there, sort of like if you're having a conversation with BDOT? I don't know how the committee
Yes.
plans to approach that, if it's going to be more of like a lobbying effort or if it's going to be like an organized meeting, bringing someone in like the CXO for a conversation.
So I will say this is the most we've sat and talked about it. We didn't want to get too far in the weeds on Wednesday last week before we got everyone's buy-in. So yes, it'll be an advertised meeting. If we do set a standing time, it'll be advertised as such based on everyone's schedule. We might just need to do the appropriate advertisement ahead of time. We also, as we have invited guests, we will make that known through those advertisements. And we are planning to set an agenda for it and have that posted.
I would also encourage the committee to reach out to the HOAs specifically to see if they have any transportation related issues in their direct communities. And also to consider the small children and young families that we have, since the 3 council members that will be on the committee don't currently have school-age children.
I have grandchildren.
Well, you do have grandchildren, that's correct. But in this community, just making sure that you're keeping that in mind to not just car traffic, but little traffic with minds of their own kind of thing. But that's my only request.
Matt, you're next.
Yeah, first of all, I'm supportive as to whether or not I want to be on another subcommittee. No, I trust these 3 gentlemen with that, so they're good to go. I'll echo what Mary was saying here, just with regards to as we like kind of seek involvement. I know this is kind of in its infancy stage right now. Certainly supportive. But yeah, involving the residents, involving HOAs, involving the businesses. You know, some of our businesses have create more traffic than others, and certainly have some of their own challenges, I know. So making sure that we're, again, just transparency so that everybody's involved. But no, fully supportive, and I'm confident. Looking forward to seeing the reports, and obviously whatever decisions get made, always get made at the larger council.
Counselor, will staff let us know before if the meetings are gonna, like the first meeting is gonna be held?
Oh,
Or-
absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sit with, I will reach out to our 3 council members. I'll discuss a kind of a kickoff meeting time, and then I'll report back to everybody an email of, this is the date we've set for our kickoff meeting. I'll pull together a rough agenda of what we'd like to cover in the kickoff meeting, really kind of just setting it up, parameters of it, standing meeting time if applicable, and then we'll go from there. But I'll send an email out to everybody.
All right. Anything else? All right.
Okay.
Just a friendly kind of request for a slight amendment to the agenda. Would like to very briefly meet with council in closed session.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right,
Can
so
Do we have
let's-
the,
Can we
You
do
want,
it after?
you want to read
council
it in, or
member
you
time,
want me
so
to read it in?
people can-
I'm open to doing it after council member time, if that's okay.
So do we need an approval on appointing the council persons for? No? Okay.
No.
We're just acknowledging that those are the 3? Okay.
Subcommittee,
Perfect.
right?
Any objection?
Any objection?
No objection.
No, okay. I feel like I just needed a unified,
Yeah.
note it. All right, so then we have a friendly amendment to the agenda to go into closed session.
Do you want me to read the motion, or do you want to read it, Vice Mayor?
You can read it.
Okay. Okay. Haymarket Town Council is moving to go into closed session permitted by Virginia Code, Section 2.2-3711A29, the discussion of the award of a public contract for the compensation study involving the expenditures of public funds, including interviews of bidders or offerers, and discussion of the terms or scope of such contract, or discussion in an open session would be adversely affected by the bargaining position or negotiating strategy of the town council. Is there a motion?
Point of information before we make a motion on this. Let's move to put this on the agenda as item 12. Let's get rid of council member time and kind of give the kids a chance to say goodbye.
Okay.
No objection.
No objection? Okay.
12, and that becomes 13. Got it.
Yeah.
So moved
Okay.
as
So we are doing council time.
we're going to do council time, but yeah, we're going to amend. We needed a motion to amend the agenda first, correct?
So yeah, what she
there was
read
just
was
a
a
question
motion to
over
go
here.
into closed
Okay.
session.
Okay.
So I'd like to table that, or at
We'll
least
table that.
put it off till item number 12.
So we go through council person.
So you want to
Okay,
Yeah.
do council member time first?
Yes.
Then go into closed session?
Yeah, no objection
No
on adding
objection.
the agenda item.
Right.
Any objections?
Any
by
objection
anybody?
to adding?
No objection.
To
Just clarification.
Okay,
amending the agenda item, amending the agenda.
correct.
Okay. All right, so we're going to council member time then.
All right. Well,
Off with
sir.
Matt.
All right, I will kick it off. So first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody who's in the audience today. If you guys were keeping track of how the motion and the table, and we do that later, well, there will be a quiz later on all that. So hopefully you were paying attention. But welcome, glad you're here with us today. Would like to thank the candidates for coming in this evening. It is always good to to hear them speak, and I think the consistent message that I heard across the board and just witnessing in the other back of the room as well, and it was already stated here tonight, was it is good to see in our community that genuinely we have some good people who are stepping up into public service, who are genuinely good people, and who are just frankly, kind of talking in the back. There might be opponents, but being in the back of the room and being friends with each other and just having slight differences of opinion and knowing how to do that in a responsible way. So I think there's a lot that people can learn from small communities like ours. So it is good to see. But other than that, looking forward to Haymarket Day. Julia, thanks for all of the hard work. What I've seen firsthand, what you're doing there, and I'm excited to volunteer and help you out whenever you need me. Probably anytime after 6 a.m. I'll say that, but I'll be ready to go. All right, thank you.
All right. So we have council member Larson.
Okay, I didn't really prepare much for this, so I'll just go with what happened tonight. I am humbled to be recognized all the way at the state level for the contributions I've done. I do not look for recognition. I'm just a Joe Schmo like any regular citizen here. I want you people in the audience to recognize that this recognition goes even though you may feel that your efforts are not recognized. So please make note of this. Make note of your civic duty, and hopefully we can encourage you guys to volunteer or at least take a role in improving government or the citizenship around you with these civic duties. Other than that, I'll rest my
Rest your
speech.
case.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that takes us to Councilperson Passanello.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm just going to try not to be repetitive here, but congratulations to Ken. That was a very, very nice honor, and it is a big deal. Anytime you get a proclamation in Richmond, it's a big deal because they recognize who you are and what you've done. So congratulations to you, Ken.
Thank you.
And welcome to the students. Glad to have you. Hope to see you sometime again, maybe through town or maybe back here at another opportunity to witness what we do and maybe participate in the future. So I hope you consider that. I'm going to take a page out of some other books here, and I'm going to talk about what this month is. And you should know this.
I was
It-
good today.
Huh?
So
Okay, all right.
I didn't bring all my notes. I cut it
All right,
short.
well, I will for you because I happen to be scrolling and I realized that this month is National Pizza Month, right? For anybody that loves pizza. And we celebrate pizza, America's favorite food. Now that, some people might not agree with that, but I would. America's favorite food. And lovers across the country indulge in their favorite slices, try new toppings, and explore different varieties. And so with that, I want to do a shameless plug for our pizza places in town, right? Papa Joe's at Giuseppe's. The other Papa, Papa John's. Right? And Goodfellas. Those are the guys from New York. But come on into town, try our pizza. I think you'll find it's pretty darn good. Okay, on a more serious note, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month and something that we should all be aware of. And I see the chief tonight is wearing his shield. Yep, with the pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So well done, chief. It's really important to get checked out. Do your mammograms, no matter how old you are. And just, for 40 years, we've been raising awareness about breast cancer in this country. And we've made some real strides with a reduction of about 40% in breast cancer rates. So there's a lot more work to do, but be advised that this is the month to remember somebody or celebrate someone in your life. So, and the last thing is, we're going to be inviting someone from the White House Foundation. I had the opportunity to go to
January.
Leopold's, I'm sorry?
January.
In January, yes. Leopold's Preserve, and I never really spent a lot of time there and walked around the preserve. They had that function a couple weeks ago, and it was really, really neat. Bill Crisp was there, the snake guy from Gainesville. I'm sure people know who Bill Crisp is. Very informative, and so many different booths about environmental issues here and there. So I would encourage people to be on the lookout on January 6th, is it? Yep, okay, at our first meeting of the new year. Marie Pinto from the White House Foundation will be here to speak and introduce herself and what they do. So, and finally, just thanks to our candidates. I think we are well served in this community. Just from what I heard this evening, I think they all did a great job and they have their hearts in the right place. And I want to wish them all the best of luck, and we'll see where the chips fall. So thank you very much.
Awesome, thank you. All right, so we will go to Councilperson Leone.
Thank you, Mayor. Julia, I would like to echo some of the things that Matt mentioned, right? I very much like this, right? I'm very, very sure that we're going to have a successful Haymarket Day. So thank you for everything that you're doing. But not just, what you're doing, but in general, I've observed that there are some changes that have been happening along the way, right? A chief providing weekly updates via email, you as well, Emily, as well as during work sessions, standing up here and being a little bit more granular, giving us the updates that we need. Proposing solutions such as, investment policy right here. Not just proposing it, but spending time to put it together, procurement policy and so forth. So I'm very much appreciative of the proactive nature of what I've been noticing lately, right? So thank you for all of that, and I just want to commend you and continue to identify things that need to be improved upon, and then come up with solutions. And I'm sure we'll be in a better place than we were previously. So thanks again.
Thank you. All right, Councilperson Baker.
Thank you, Mayor. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Staff. Thank you, Emily and Julia. Saw you guys putting together the, I don't know, what do you guys call it? Pumpkin wall. They were going to town. I was driving through town and they were putting together. So thank you. That's going to be great. So you guys put a lot of hard work. Julia, Haymarket Day is going to be like we've never seen before. I think it's going to be great. You've done a lot of hard work, and all the sponsors that you got, and you've got another one coming in. It's huge. You've made a huge impact. And I don't think people really notice that or see that. And just you've worked really hard. So thank you. Thank you. Hey, gotta give you a shout out. Ken, congratulations. Man, I feel honored to sit next to you now. Look at that. On the state level. Gosh. But no, congratulations. And last thing is, does pineapple belong on pizza? It's quiet.
Do I need to take a vote? No, I'm
Question
kidding.
for the ages.
All right, wonderful. All right. So now we will go to Councilperson Ramirez.
Thank you, Mayor.
Absolutely.
I first want to say I'm going to be out of town for Haymarket Day, the first Haymarket Day I'm ever going to miss since moving into town, and I'm devastated. Like I have severe FOMO. Yeah, that's still going to cut me deep. So I really hope that everyone has a lovely time, really enjoys themselves, and just next level for me. Pretend I'm there. So I have prepared a statement. So I apologize if it sounds scripted. So bear with me. Dear Mayor Pater and members of council, it has been a privilege to serve the residents of Haymarket as a member of town council. I am deeply grateful for my constituents, for their confidence, and for the opportunity to be their voice. I also wish to thank our town staff and police department for their dedication, professionalism, and tireless work in keeping our community strong. After thoughtful consideration, I have decided to resign from my seat effective today, October 6th. While the last few meetings have been relatively positive and collegial, the reality is that since I began serving in 2021, I have navigated an undercurrent of behavior that has, over time, worn down much of the passion I once had for this work. The mistreatment has not been loud or dramatic, but rather persistent, like embers that never fully die out. And it has taken a significant emotional toll. Public service should be a place where diverse perspectives can be shared in a climate of respect. It is my hope that this council continues to grow in civility, self-reflection, and collaboration, keeping in mind that the work we do is not about individuals, but about the community we are here to serve. I remain committed to Haymarket's success and will continue to support the efforts to strengthen our town and its future. Respectfully, Mary. And Kim, I'm sending that to you now.
Okay, thank you. Thanks. I was like, wow, okay. So it is now my turn.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. I'm sorry.
Hey, not you.
Sorry to hear that. It would be my hope that serving as the leader on this dais and within this town, that it is building a bridge between our community and our businesses and the people that sit on this dais. So with that being said, Ken, congratulations. I'm very, very excited to have had the opportunity to witness that honor. I'm very proud to have the opportunity to attend the VML conference this upcoming weekend. Lots of learnings. I promise to bring back all my notes, maybe a couple videos, we'll see. Haymarket Day. I am so excited. I think that being at the mayor's table this past weekend for Farmers Market, like everybody's excited about Haymarket Day. And I really do think that we're going to see some changes, and your hard work is really paying off already. So thank you. I'm trying to stay focused. To our candidates, thank you for coming out and supporting your message and allowing us to see you. I love this community, and anything and everything that I can do to support bringing people together, I will do. So please do not hesitate to stop by the table, to reach out. I will do a walkabout with you. Please ask me for a walkabout. I'm dying to do one. Thank you to the students who attended. I'd like to see you outside of class. So anytime that you have questions or would like to explore town, please invite any of us. We would be more than happy to meet with you. It is National Wine Month, Vineyard Month, so here we go. Right. I would like to say an early birthday to Emily. So happy birthday, absolutely. And then I will say this. Thank you, Joe, for noting that it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Though I am not a survivor of breast cancer, I actually went through a double lumpectomy earlier this year due to high risk for cancer. And it is incredibly jarring to not only yourself, but to your family. So please go get checked. Please keep in check. So with that, I look forward to seeing everybody on Haymarket Day. Please come by the tent. There you go. I'm done. Okay. Do I have a motion to go into
So,
closed session?
so moved for the closed session
Okay.
motion that was previously tabled.
Okay,
Can I?
So who's seconding?
there was no second.
Second.
Okay, so all in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next door to Chief's office. 5 minutes.
Okay, your mics are back on, you're back on.
All right, perfect. So we are coming out of closed session. Do I have a motion?
I move that the council certify that in the closed session just concluded, nothing was discussed except the matter or matters, one, specifically identified in the motion to convene in closed session, and two, lawfully permitted to be discussed in a closed session under the provisions of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act as cited in that motion.
Second.
All right, so we've got a motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
No,
That's the
vote.
roll.
Got to vote.
Passanello,
Aye.
Larson,
Aye.
Gallagher,
Aye.
Pater,
Yes.
Ramirez, Baker,
Aye.
Deanna.
Aye.
All right. And then.
Any direction?
Any directive?
direction? Are you reading the directive?
Yes. Sorry, totally forgot the position. For treasurer,
Objection.
without objection, for staff and treasurer to move forward
As directed.
As directed.
Directed in closed session.
in closed session.
Good enough.
No objection.
No objection.
No objection.
No
All
objection.
right, all in favor? Aye. No,
No.
there's nothing.
No motion.
I'm like, okay.
Hey, I was on the same page.
Anybody else?
Mayor, I have a motion.
Oh, you do? What is it?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
I've got a motion to adjourn in a second. All in favor?
Aye.
That part I got.